It's a little windy today. Hopefully this audio comes through. Just went to the first trip of the year to Worry Hut. It opened up today, and we went up there and had a good time. And one of the things I wanted to mention, a lot of people have trouble with their clutches and their 900S and 1000S, or just in general. I still have the square pucks, and I know a lot of people switch over to the roller pucks. To me, I don't know that it really matters, other than I guess if you don't keep your clutches clean, the roller pucks are definitely going to do a little better. They're going to wear an elliptical pattern rather than a square pattern. But the easiest way to keep your clutches operating well is just keep them clean. I see a lot of guys that maybe once per season they may air out the clutch. I would say that more of the norm is nobody ever opens a clutch cover unless they've broken a belt. And usually they replace it on the trail and they don't do any kind of work. I clean my clutch about every other ride. It only takes a couple of seconds. In my clutch there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bolts. And on the 1000S at least, you also have to take out the grease fitting to clear the clutch cover, or it makes it a lot easier, out of the upper A-arm. Another thing I wanted to mention, a lot of guys like to use just air. I don't recommend doing that, basically because that dust is pretty bad stuff, and it's way easier just when you're washing the RZR. I've still got this up on the trailer. Just finished just a real quick wash. Pull the clutch cover off, and I actually use water and wash this out. No soap, no kind of additives or anything like that. Just water. I did go back over this outer clutch cover. You want to be careful where you're spraying it. You don't want this to actually get in any of the joints if you can help it. But I used a little bit of Simple Green, and it's a mix that's on the side of the bottle. I use the standard mix for the Simple Green, and that just helps get some of the aluminum cleaned off. And it's a little hard to get this back plate cleaned off. Now the clutch cover itself, I actually cleaned it off using a lot of Simple Green. And you know, down here, usually you can tell if you've got a problem if you take this out and there's a bunch of gunk on it, or dirt, or whatever, because there is going to be dust and clutch material that kind of piles up in this hole. But like I say, the big tip I can give you to get the most out of your clutch, I did this on my 800 as well. You know, I had, I think it was around 2,500 miles when I sold that RZR, and never had any issues with the clutch, and the clutch was still in good shape when I sold it. So, looking at my clutch, I've got about 1,300 miles on this clutch, and there's almost zero wear. Basically, I've stuck a straight edge in right here, and this tower that sticks up on these rollers is just about flat. You know, less than 10,000ths wear. The weights on the primary clutch are really tight still. The towers look good. You can run your finger over them and you don't feel any kind of groove or any kind of you know, displacement. So really, it's pretty simple. This stuff is really abrasive. Obviously, dust, silica, and the clutch material are all basically sandpaper. So the longer you leave that in there, the more wear you're going to get. You can't put any kind of lubricant or anything anywhere around one of these clutches. So the best way to do it that I've found is to actually wash this out. I do use an air hose. I'll go grab that and show you what I use. I usually just pull this right out of the shop, and it's got a little tip on it, and I basically get it good and dry, and I'll let it sit out here for just a little while even after I air dry it with pressurized air, just to get it good and clean. Now, one tip that I'll give you also on putting this clutch cover back together, you want to pull off the primary section first and then kind of peel the rest of it out. If you pull this backside off, this will end up hitting your bar and you won't be able to get it off. But I recommend working with it. Another good thing about cleaning this off every other ride, you get you really used to taking this off. If you do have a belt problem, you can get it back on easy. Another cool side effect is you can look at your belt every other ride. Ideally, unless you're getting in a flat spot and idle on the belt and break it, you should be able to identify any issues with your belt before the ride. Anyway, I just wanted to put out that quick tip, just a quick video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.